Chris. I am shooting a video for GoPart.com, Discount Auto Parts. This is a replacement video for the 2008 to 2010 Honda Accord side view mirror. This model is an LX. It's a passenger non-heated mirror. The girlfriend ran into something on the highway and broke the mirror, so that is what we are replacing tonight. Here's the box that it came in. Obviously, I have unpacked it. There are two pieces as per the description on the website. You have your mirror, and you have this is a skull cover. It is the standard black plastic. I apologize for writing on paper. Old school. This will make the video go quicker. The Partslink number for this part, as it is on the website, is the HO1321227, and the replacement OEM is the 76208-TA5-A01. That's the number that you would use to reference the part from, say, Honda, an OEM part. That's the reference, but obviously if you're purchasing it from GoPart, you are saving some money. Honda typically wants $100 to $125 for something like this. Here's the bonus for tonight. Small problem. My girlfriend's car is taffeta white. It's not standard black. So this skull cover is not the color that I want to use if I'm going to match it with her car. So that's the bonus in the video. We are actually also using an OEM skull cover. You have to purchase this through Honda or other people that may sell it. Her car is a taffeta white model versus the basic black plastic. And this is the part number for that, the 76201-TA0-A01ZC. Also, the reference is a right skull in H578, I believe. It came in actually today, so this will hopefully satisfy a few questions that I and other people I've talked to have had. Is when you buy something from GoPart.com, can you buy also a replacement skull cover? Actually, we'd go. Here we go. And snap it on there. And actually, I tried it earlier, and it works. It fits. So this thing is built like OEM. It is built to accept OEM skull covers. So I'll go into it in a little bit of detail, but you can never fear if you have a taffeta white Honda like I do, and the mirror is broken. You can order this from GoPart, and you can also order a skull cover, and it will still match. All right, things you're going to need. Back to the paper. The mirror. Dry conditions in a garage. This thing comes with a seal. I don't recommend doing anything with a car if it's going to be wet. Either let it dry or go inside a garage. Adequate lighting. Something at least above. A socket set and a door upholstery tool. This is probably going to take you about 15 to 30 minutes, especially if you've never done anything like this before. But don't fret, it's actually fairly easy. The door upholstery tool, just to give you an idea, I bought this from a local auto store. It's $80.53 with tax at the time of this video, which is February of 2013. The skull cover at the time was $27.98 plus tax. What I did was I went on Honda's website and I looked at their accessories. It's the bumper, I think bumper category. They list their mirror stuff in a weird category. But anyway, you can even search by the part number that we displayed earlier, which I believe is... You can search also on their website for this part number right here. And you can have this shipped to your home, and of course they're going to charge you a shipping fee, or you can actually have it shipped to a local Honda dealer for free. So all you'll pay is the price for the skull cover and some tax, and then you can pick it up. It got to our dealer, I believe, in about 4 or 5 days. And the same with this. This came in about 4 days. All right. The reason that you want a door upholstery tool, in my opinion, sometimes they sell these in small blue nylon plastic, but to me this is a better investment because you can also use this to take off door panels. As you can see, it's designed to get around up underneath and help you pop these rivets out. You want something like this because it's going to help you get into tighter spaces. You don't have fingernails that are that long probably, and it's going to help spread out some of the pressure. I'll show you in a little bit, you're going to be popping something off and you don't want to be breaking anything. So don't go grabbing any screwdriver per se. This is, make a smart investment because you may only get one shot at this. But don't freak out, it's actually pretty easy. All right, so let's gather everything up here and let's go replace it on the car. All right, first thing we got to do is we've got to remove the speaker cover. We're going to remove this area, either a panel or if it's an LX, a speaker, in order to get to the bolts that are securing it. There's going to be 3 bolts underneath here. that are going through a metal plate, and that's what's helping hold this mirror on. There's a plastic button behind this. It goes into a hole in that metal plate. There used to be a couple metal tabs, and that would stick into slots, but actually you're just going to deal with one plastic button. What you're going to want to do is don't go prying along here. Roll down your window. I got no window here. And you're going to come back, stick it right here. Now, because there's a metal plate, you don't want to just shove it in like this because you might end up behind the metal plate. You want to stick this in so that you're in front of the metal plate, and you want to pry like this. And you want to pry it right here, and you kind of see it starting to stick out a little bit. That's that plastic button popping out, and it should just pop out like that because your plastic button, excuse me, your plastic button's right here. This is the only thing. Really, it's these little feet that are sitting here, and this plastic button, and that plastic button's going in that hole right there. So you're just going to want to kind of stick it in front here, push, pop it out, and then you're going to see a couple bolts. You're going to see 5 actually. Let me point them best I can. There's one right there. There's one right there. One right there. One right there. One there. Okay, this one and this one down here. This one down here. They're part of the metal plate. There's what is affixing the metal plate to the door. These 3 that form this triangle, they're what's holding in the mirror. The mirror has actually got these 3 bolts poking through, and then the bolts are what are affixed to the threads that are attaching it to the plate. So that is what, well, I'm washing out the video a little bit, that is what we're going to be hitting next, and we're going to be removing those nuts so that we can remove the mirror. Hey, alright. Honda is foreign, and foreign means metric. I'm washing this out real bad. I'll try and be quick, okay? You're going to see 5 bolts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 3 make the triangle. These 2 are actually retaining the metal plate itself. Don't mess with these. These are the 3 you're going to want. This is an 8mm socket. So you're going to take your 8mm socket, and you're going to get in there best you can, and you're going to loosen it up. Here it is. The nuts are removed. What you're going to want to do is, these 2 are going to be pretty easy. This one you might have to be a little bit aggressive with. If you go and you pop out the small panel that is hiding behind here, you pop it out from the top, it'll pop out. You've got 2 screws there. You can remove these screws. What you can actually do is with your hand or with a tool, you can kind of pull back at this door panel. There's 2 rivets, maybe a 3rd one down here that'll kind of pop out. That'll give you some flexibility. What that's going to allow you to do is you can pull back about this midsection with this door, and as it does, you can see that brown part's going to bend down a little bit, and you'll be able to get a screwdriver or your socket lined up, because it's kind of a weird angle. It's kind of pointed downish a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to get it there. To get it lined up, you're going to have to pull back and get it and unscrew it and screw it back in. What I'm going to show you here real quick is how to remove the switch. You really don't have to force this. Right up underneath here, up underneath here, is there's a little clip. I don't know if you can see it. You're just going to push up, and as you do, this thing sort of kind of moves a little bit. And that's just a small little clip. It should be pressed real easy. Once it starts to move, you've got it free. You can just kind of pull it out. Now be careful. This is the bad mirror. We really don't care about this per se, but be careful, because at this point you have no nuts on. The only thing you have is this little plastic thing holding on to it. So you're going to then take your screwdriver. I'm going to pause the video here, but you're going to take a screwdriver and you're going to push in these little plastic wings, and you're going to pull this thing out. And go ahead and take your new mirror and stick it back in. Just like the reverse of this process. Okay, here I've inserted our new mirror. You can see it's pressed in now. I've got the 3 bolts sticking through. I've got my white plastic knob sticking through. I'm going to go ahead and connect the electrical connection there. That's the controls and power for the mirror. And I'm going to basically reverse the process. I'm going to take my nuts, I'm going to put them back on. I recommend screwing on these 2 first, kind of tight. That's going to pull this mirror in, and then it's going to give you the ability to be as aggressive as you need to be, pulling back that panel to get that third nut on there. Alright, you can see the 3 bolts have the 3 nuts affixed to them. I'm going to give you another pro tip here real quick. Let's say you do end up, like me, an idiot earlier, you drop something behind the panel. Oh no! Actually, you kind of see it actually even fell out because you have popped this panel out. So popping the panel out may end up being your friend twice, because not only is it going to let you be aggressive there, but it's also going to let anything that falls through fall out the bottom, including a precious nut. So now that you have bolted everything back in, you're going to take your door handle there. You're going to actually go ahead and pop the rivets, pop the door back into its rivets. You're going to go and you're going to take your little door and you can pop your door back in, and you're going to take this. You're going to make sure you see these little feet here. You're going to have your feet stick there. You're going to line it up with this, and you're going to pop it back in. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and pat yourself on the back. You have replaced the side mirror for a Honda Accord. Now we do have the skull cap. Let's do that next. If you're keeping up with me, then give yourself a pat on the back, because you are at the final step. You've removed the old mirror. You've secured, affixed the new one. And if you're like me, you went ahead and took an opportunity to plug in the keys and to verify that the electrical connection is good and that the motor inside is functional. It is. And the reason I do that is because of the skull cap. The skull cap is easy to put on. It's kind of difficult to get off, depending. You've got these clips in here that are really designed to go in one way and stay that way. This is what it came with. Remember, this is what came with a standard black plastic. This I had to order separately from OEM, but I did that because the rest of the car is white and I don't want my car looking weird with one black mirror. So what we're going to do is the skull cap, and literally it could not be easier. You're just going to start with the clips on the bottom, fix it in like this, and you're going to press. You hear a satisfying click, and you're done. So once you hear that satisfying click, you are done. Pat yourself on the back. Again, you have replaced the side mirror for a Honda Accord. Remember to be patient, be gentle, plan ahead, and you too will be successful in your endeavor.